you.
Thank you.
Yes, 5.
5 and 5?
Yes. Tonight, Minister, I am proud to be a signatory to this private member's motion, which unites members of the opposition right across this House on the absolute and immediate need to reopen day and other essential disability services, and also on the need to provide additional funding that is required to guarantee sustainable capacity within the disability and dementia services. And I thank Sinn Féin for facilitating this. Now, Minister, I listened to you, and I know you are genuine in your efforts, and you did remind us that when you took office, all services were closed. And I do recognise everything can't be done at once. However, Minister, we all know these are unprecedented times, and unprecedented actions need to be taken and resources need to be put in place to support what are genuinely the most vulnerable in our society. And we all know that COVID-19 has been especially harsh on people with disabilities and their carers. And therefore, you and your government have a huge responsibility to deliver in the upcoming budget. Yes, I know there are competing demands, and I know both of you will fight for this sector, but the responsive government will tell us a great deal about how we value people with disabilities and their carers. Now, to date, 10 million has been allocated, and you spoke of the 20 million that was saved because the 1% levy was scrapped. But what in God's name does it say about our state that we were looking for 1% efficiency from the voluntary sector, that pre-COVID was stretched beyond its means, partly relying on fundraising, wholly relying on volunteers, voluntary boards and its staff as Section 39 workers still on 2009 and 2010 pay scales. No increments for most of them. And I know you are not personally responsible for this, but to look for a 1% cut in the first place was scandalous. Now, the 10 million, and I know it was hard fought for, but the National Federation of Voluntary Service Providers were shocked at the amount, and Inclusion Ireland recognised that it was a fraction of what's needed. Now, today, as you are aware, Family Carers Ireland launched their first national state of caring report pre-COVID and another report called Caring Through COVID. And I think these two reports should be required reading for every single person in this House. But more than that, they should inform decisions taken in the upcoming budget. The report makes harrowing reading in places. One carer described COVID as a lockdown within a lockdown. Pre-COVID, 23% of carers had already seen a decrease in the level of services offered to their loved one in the last year. And now, 43% fear that normal services will not be restored after COVID. This doesn't surprise me, because I remember reading the initial HSE guidelines on restoration of services, where they spoke about a reduced quantum of services. That kind of verbiage strikes fear into the heart of family carers who have fought long and hard to get these day services up and running in the first place. So, Minister, my time is limited, but before I finish, I want to remember two tireless disability advocates who have died in the last few years and who taught me so much over my 15 years in the European Parliament. Donald Toolan, with his easy smile and razor-sharp intellect, and Martin Naughton, who took no prisoners. These two tireless advocates helped me to recognise that life for people with disabilities is not a dress rehearsal. It is their life, and it's their only one life. And I think we in this House have a duty to support them and their carers to live that life.
Deputy Catherine Connell.